Welcome. The objectives of this first set of videos are to 1. Define environmental economics, 2. Explain the principles of economics that apply to environmental decision-making, and 3. Outline how economists model and think about deforestation decisions. So let's begin with some definitions. The first is for the term economics. Economics is the study of how society manages its scarce resources. So, in macroeconomics, or the study of economy-wide issues, we may study how a nation makes decisions about imports, exports, and unemployment. In microeconomics, we look at the decisions of the individual market agents, consumers and producers. More specifically, microeconomics is the study of how consumers and producers make decisions under scarcity, where scarcity refers to not having enough of something if it were given away for free. So, under this definition, this pen is scarce. If these pens were given away for free, we would not have enough resources to make enough pens for everyone who wanted one. Note that most goods are scarce under this definition. Time is another good example of a scarce resource. There are only 24 hours in a day, therefore you need to decide how to use each one of them. Environmental economics, next, is the application of the principles of economics to study how environmental resources are managed. An important distinction here is that I'm focusing on environmental and not natural resources. An environmental resource is a resource provided by nature that cannot be divided into parts, like forests or the ocean, as opposed to a natural resource, which is a resource provided by nature that can be divided into parts, like timber and fish. The management and policy objectives of environmental and natural resources are different. We'll be focusing on the entire forest and not the individual trees. The field of environmental economics focuses on why people make decisions that have consequences for the environment and how economic institutions and policies can be changed to reduce these environmental impacts and bring them into balance with human desires and the needs of the ecosystem service itself. But let's break that down a bit. First, the field focuses on why people make decisions that have consequences for the environment. This focus on why helps us to identify the source of the problem, which will be the focus of policy prescriptions and solutions. Next, we study how economic institutions and policies can be changed to reduce these environmental impacts. This means that we recognize the role that markets make in causing environmental problems and also see the use of policies within this framework to be an effective way to address environmental issues. Finally, we, quote, aim to bring them into balance with human desires and the needs of the ecosystem itself. What this means is that we aim to reduce the negative impacts of environmental issues on the health of humans and ecosystem services.